There are moments in life when you no longer feel in command of your own journey. Moments when the winds rise, the waves grow tall, and suddenly you realize your ship is drifting farther and farther from the shore you once knew. If this has happened to you, if you feel blocked, failed, lost, you are not alone. A drifting ship is not a broken ship. It is simply a ship whose captain has forgotten where he placed the helm. Perhaps over time the storms were too strong, the disappointments too heavy, the voices of doubt too loud. And so, without even noticing, your hand slipped from the wheel of your own life. My intention today is simple: to help you find that helm again, to show you that even in the darkest night, there is still a way to turn your ship and rescue yourself from the quiet, dangerous pull of oblivion. No one drifts away in a single day. Drifting is subtle. It begins with one neglected decision, one forgotten promise, one quiet surrender disguised as postponement. You tell yourself, "Oh, I will start tomorrow. I will fix this when I feel stronger. I will make a plan when life is less complicated." And without realizing it, each delay moves your ship 1 mile farther from the shore. The winds of uncertainty start to blow. The currents of procrastination begin to pull. Old failures rise like unexpected waves, reminding you of what you fear you cannot overcome. And slowly, almost without noticing it, you loosen your grip on the helm. You stop making clear decisions. You stop setting firm standards. You stop asking more of yourselves. And then one morning you awaken, and the shoreline of your old life has vanished. The dreams you once had seem very far away. You no longer recognize where you are or where you were meant to go. This is not the end. This is drifting, and drifting can be reversed. When a person feels lost, there are powerful currents at work beneath the surface. And unless you recognize them, you may believe the sea is stronger than you. There is the current of comparison that makes you feel behind before you even begin. You look at the success of others, and instead of inspiration, you feel shame. There is the current of regret, anchoring you to mistakes you can no longer change. You replay the same moments in your mind, and every replay steals strength from your future. There's the current of fear, whispering that one wrong turn will ruin everything. So you decide to stay still, but a ship that refuses to move drifts anyway. And there is the current of confusion, blurring your vision until every direction seems dangerous. You say to yourself, "I do not know where to go, so I will go nowhere." But let me remind you of a great truth. It is not the wind that sets the direction of your vessel. It is the set of your sail. The same wind that drowns one ship can carry another safely to a new harbor. The difference is not the storm. The difference is the captain. If you can change the set of your sail, you can change your entire journey. Here is the good news. You do not need a miracle to regain direction. You need a decision. One small act of discipline can begin to turn a drifting ship. A few minutes of reading each day, a simple list of 3 clear goals, a quiet walk to listen to your own thoughts. These are not trivial gestures. A ship does not need a violent turn to change direction. It needs only a gentle, steady shift of the helm. I once knew a man who believed he had drifted too far. He said the distance between where he was and where he wished to be was an impossible ocean. Someone told him, Do not rebuild your life in a day. Rebuild your day, and let your days rebuild your life. So he began with one small promise to himself: to rise a little earlier, to write down his intentions for the day, to keep one commitment even when he did not feel like it. At first, nothing around him seemed to change. The same work, the same problems, the same bank account. But something within him began to change. With every small promise kept, his hands returned to the helm. With every page he read, his vision of the horizon grew clearer. With every disciplined action, his ship turned a few degrees toward a better harbor. This is what it means to rescue yourself from oblivion. Not by escaping the sea, but by reclaiming the role of captain. Discipline is the helm. Character is the sail. Hope is the distant light of the lighthouse, calling you toward a new shore. You may look at your life today and say, I am too far out. The storms have been too strong. The damage is already done. But remember this: the sea does not decide your destiny. Your choices do. You do not have to return to your old harbor. You can build a new one. You can design a new course, guided by wiser decisions, stronger disciplines, and deeper understanding. The storms of the past do not have to be the storms of your future. The same winds that once pushed you toward despair can now carry you toward growth if you change the set of your sail. So today, make this quiet, firm decision. I will take back the helm. I will no longer drift. I will set a new course for my life. Do not wait for the sea to calm. Begin where you are, with the strength you have, with the faith you can gather today. When you take the helm again, something remarkable happens. The same life that once seemed to drag you under begins to cooperate with your decisions. The same world that once felt against you starts to open doors. When you reclaim your role as captain, even the storm must respect your direction. Keep coming back to these ideas. Let them remind you that you are not meant to disappear into the fog, but to reach a shore that bears the mark of your courage and your discipline. Stay on this journey. We will keep working together so that your ship does not drift into oblivion, but sails toward a life of purpose, strength, and quiet dignity. Until we meet again, keep your hands on the helm and your eyes on the horizon.